Blessed love to each and every one. Oh, yes. Welcome once again into the Tiger's Nest as we glorify Emperor Haile Selassie I, all our doings and all our sayings. The Honorable Priest Isaac here with you. Another wonderful evening. And yeah, we are highlighting, of course, our upcoming lecture that is this Sunday. We're talking about fairy tale folly days and nursery crimes, the online lecture. Yeah, this Sunday, the 20th day of December, just to make sure you got the date correct. We're talking of 2020, and it is already shaping up to be, a wonderful presentation, or will be a wonderful presentation. And that is our online lecture, the 20th day of December, Fairy Tale Folly Days and Nursery Crimes. And of course, remember that you could make all your payments using the Cash App. Let me remind you again that the space is limited. I don't know how serious you're taking that. Please, I know I got some latecomers. They're going to wait until a minute before we press the start button to say, hey, I'm going to pay now. Can I get my space? It's all nice. I'm glad to see you, but I'm telling you now that the space is getting there. It's getting there. It's almost full. Do not wait until the last minute to make your payments. Of course, you could make your payments again using the Cash App at Ra 2723. I can't stress this enough. When you make your payment, please contact us via the email priestisaac27@gmail.com. Of course, when you send the Cash App, we will be notified. But at the same time, I will prefer if you contact me now personally after you make that transaction, because it is through your email that we will send you the key for you to enter into the webinar hall on the evening of the 20th of December, 7 p.m. sharp, by the way, don't forget the time. And if you do not have the Cash App, of course, you could definitely contact us via the email, priestisaac27@gmail.com, and we will definitely make arrangements to put that in order. Now, what I'm going to do this evening here, I just want to highlight to you, this is one of our homeschool classes programs. They're going to love this. And of course, remember, this is another thing. Let me put this on the table now. For those of you who have young children, that you are interested, seriously interested in their future as far as their outlook. Don't matter, it doesn't matter how young they are, even if they just popped out of the womb. Trust me, they're never too young to start the training as it relates to their Afrocentricity and even the cosmos. We say astronomy, but we're really talking about the cosmos. So what I'm going to do right now, remember we have a whole program, a whole curriculum directly dealing with the Afrocentricity of our young ones. We created this curriculum. Huh? Listen to me good. This ain't no joke. We created this curriculum to deal with kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. We have taken that curriculum that we have created, which we have presented to even the authorities in the nation that we live in. But of course, you know that we are not a people that are serious about our Afrocentricity. We prefer to hear how many islands Columbus discovered. So, you know what I mean? We're not serious about that. Who wants to learn about Marcus Garvey? Which Tutankhamun you're telling us about? So we're not interested in that. So what I did, I took the curriculum that I created and I turned it into something practical. So we have a whole homeschool program that is available for you. All you have to do is to contact me. And remember, the program begins on a Monday. On a Monday, the child will get their astronomy. On a Tuesday, they get their African history. On a Wednesday, they get their astronomy. On Thursday, they get their African history. The next week, Monday, astronomy, Thursday, African history. And our videos are approximately 20, some 15 to 20, 25 minutes long. They do fluctuate from time to time because remember, you're dealing with children here. So it's not no long 1 hour documentary, an hour and a half or 2 hours. No, it's just a little short spice every day, just enough to keep the attention of the child, concentration. Of course, you know, it's me and my children, and definitely it is something that will inspire them. I promise you, even halfway through this program, listen, I promise you after the first month, you will see with your own eyes the difference in your child. Yeah, as it relates to the knowledge that they're gaining of their Afrocentricity and their appreciation for Africa and of course the cosmos. I promise that. I know what I'm saying for sure. So what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to give you a little snippet, somewhat of a preview of the level of information that your youngster, your child will be getting just to be a part of our international homeschool programming. All right. Just pardon me, just got to make sure everything is in order. All right. Now, this is one of our astronomy. No, this is not astronomy. This is one of our African history and heritage program. This was designed for the youths, you know. So if you're watching this video, bring your youths, tell them come and look at this, and let me give you an idea of what we do. This is inside of our this is inside of the temple of Ramesses the Sixth, Ursama Atra Setepenra the Sixth, and we are actually going through this temple, not really the temple, but the tomb. But we don't really like the term tomb, so it's still a temple to us. In fact, let me ease off of all the talking, and I will allow me to do some talking here. Let me just make sure that I'm sharing everything correctly with you. Check this out. Chisel and a hammer and worked assiduously. That means they work hard. For no reason. To take off our history because they wanted to disregard our history. So what we're looking at here, my young ones, and we're still on the 3rd floor, we're going down to the 1st floor eventually, maybe not today, but we are looking at our ancient hieroglyphs. Yes, of course, as you could see, it has been destroyed, they tried to destroy it, but there's still a lot that we can see. Let me just go back here. Color. So you could imagine how it looked when it was made. Yes, because it's still so colorful. Now, Honorable Princess, could you just assist us with a few of these hieroglyphs, symbols that you could just highlight, 1 or 2 for us? And I know you know a few as well, but yes. The owl. The owl. Yep, it represents the sound, M. That's what you said there. Okay, so the owl represents The R is... no, wait, before you go to the R. Okay. So the owl, the M, that's the M when you spell the word Kemet. Yep. So the owl is in the word Kemet. All right, go ahead, my sister. And the mouth is for R, and this is the feather. It's for the I or E. I, like the letter I. Yep. So the mouth represents R, and as you could say now, you say the mouth represents R. The feather represents the letter I. Yep. And the owl represents the letter M. I wonder if our scholars are taking notes. You are learning the original writing here. You are, who said they want to go down in the tomb more? I heard somebody just say, hey, listen, I want to go down more in the tomb. Hey, we did that in the last class. That is why I carried you through the whole temple or the tomb, the whole hallway, floor 1, 2, and 3. We're on floor 3. We are going down. We go down. This is not a go up thing. This is a go down thing. So all you got to do is check the previous class. Now we are taking our time to look at the writings on the wall, isn't it, so Princess? Yep. And the princess is showing us how to read the hieroglyphs. Good, continue, Princess. So before you continue, so this mouth here, this is a mouth. And that is R, the R? Yeah. Very good. Yes. Oh, and that's a cross over there. Okay. That's a Christian cross? And let me just, since we're doing that, I'm just going to skip a bit as we go down a bit, just to give you a better idea of What else we have in store? The feather is I, as you said. The H is not the head. Her, H-R. The door bolt is what again? Z. So, Z. So listen, look at all that we are picking up here. So, and the mouth is R, you know. So when you go to Kemet now, and you ask the tour guide to carry you into the temple of Ramesses the Sixth, you should be able to at least begin to read the hieroglyphs. Okay, what we have here, I know that it looks a bit distorted because these killers came in and tried to wipe it out. But if you look good, you could see some wings and you could see our star, which is known as the sun. It's almost like we're doing astronomy here. So basically what you have there is the winged sun disk, which is very important in our ancient philosophy. The winged sun disk. Okay, and this one here that was in the front, this one you could actually see this. This is a vulture they have here.
No, that's a baboon.
No, this one right up here. This one is a vulture. You could see the neck head here and the wings. This one is a vulture with the wings here. That also, remember, the vulture is also seen on the crown of some of the Kemetic kings, especially when you go down into Sudan as well. So the sun with the wings, in fact, just the whole wings science. In fact, let me say this before we go further. Do you know that the first angels with wings are in Egypt? The first angels with wings, I'm sure we will see some of them as we go more down into this temple, or what people call the tomb. The first angels with wings were in Africa, like Isis, which is Aset, Nephthys. They actually had wings. And then now when the Greeks came, they are the ones that took that and created the modern day angels that you may see in the story with the wings. Okay, now you see this is serious, eh? The princess just mentioned the baboon. Look, the baboon here. Do you know what this is? This is a pig, eh? Pig. This is a pig. And according to some of our great teachers like Dr. Ben Yochanan, do you all know about Dr. Ben Yochanan? He is someone you should read his books. He teaches a lot about our ancient African philosophy. Now, Dr. Ben shows us that here you have Happy, the baboon, beating the swine. I've heard Khalid Muhammad speak about this. Beating the swine. So this is almost like a hall of judgment too. And you see all the gods aligned coming before the god Osiris, and they are Asa, and Happy, because the baboon represents Happy, is beating the swine. That's to show you should not really eat too much pig. Yes, that's like a hornet there as well. This is so beautiful. You saying something there? Okay, good. This is so beautiful here in the temple of Ramesses the Sixth, and we are still on the what floor we're on. We're still on the third floor. All right, here you have the great canoe. We see canoe mentioned a lot in this temple. There you have some more symbols of Osiris, and of course this full hieroglyph here. Here you have Horus up here with the sun. This is so wonderful. And in this temple also on the heavens, you also see the goddess Nut, the goddess that represents the sky, that brings the sun out of her womb each and every morning. So you see all these different symbols of the sun. So what is happening in this tomb? This is really showing you levels of worship and adoration, really. That's why you see some of them have their hands up as if they're giving praises. Because remember, in ancient Egypt, we were the ones that instituted the whole concept of worship and prayer and the concept of a God. It all started with us. So now let us look at Nut. This is Nut, eh? Look at her here, princess. This is Nut. See her feet? Yep. This is Nut. Oh, the whole heavens. This is Nut. I am telling you. And let us slide down here just a bit. And yes, this is the great goddess Nut. And the sun, you see the stars here? All right, don't mind the blurriness, it's their camera. The sun moves through her body, yes, and comes out of her womb each and every morning. And do you know that Nut represents the same black hole that the sun comes out of and the star comes out of and everything comes out of? All right, there you see the boat. This is the boat of Ra, or the bark of Ra, because all of the gods have their barks as well. All right, this is very, very wonderful. I know our time is on us. So here again, you have the symbol of the what seems to be the vulture under here, and up here you have the symbol of the sun.
Yep, I look 2 asas.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
Yes, you have the two.
Okay, give thanks. Yes, yes, and we give thanks even for the young ones. If you notice here, this is me speaking now. If you notice here, look how the enemy do their best to carve out the important aspects of, well, everything here is important, but you would notice that they have taken their time to chisel out the God that is sitting on this bark here. And when you go through the temple, you would see that there are other spots where you could clearly see that they purposely carved out. Look at all these faces here. Purposely carved out the faces or the identity of these individuals that you see on the walls of the temple. But anyway, I'm just letting you know, this is the sort of information that your children will get once they become a part of our homeschool program. As I said, for the moment, we are specializing in astronomy and African history and heritage. This is one of our African history and heritage classes that you're looking at here right now. The other classes are quite similar. I think this is number 54 or 55 as it relates to the African history and heritage. So this is a whole year's program that your child will get. And let me tell you now, remember, for those of you who continually follow us, remember this whole year's program is at a value of $500 straight up. And we have had a special for the last few months where you could get the whole year's program for only $300. Now, we don't just give you everything one time. You know, we work along with you. So we send the program every day. We could just give you everything, because it's there recorded. We could just say, hey, hold the package. No, but we work along with you and your children like a real teacher working along with his students. So even at the end of every class, I mean, I have students that email me after every single class to ask me a question or two. It's a joy to respond. But what I'm saying there to you is that this has been developed for the young minds. You know, I know you're looking at this and said, this is big people stuff. This is children stuff. This is what the children need to see. So you could get this whole year's program, not a walk through the temple. We cover many different subject areas as it relates to African history and heritage. We walk through Lalibela Temple too. We walk through the walls of Zimbabwe. We go and we meet Winnie Mandela. Of course, you know, we have to talk about Negus and Agas, the King of Kings. What else we do in our African history? Thomas Sankara. What else we talk about? Maurice Bishop. The princess is right here with her, and she's right there on the screen too. The point I'm making is that we make sure as much as possible we cover all angles, because the education of our children is of the utmost importance. I mean, Hagmas and so coming up, they got Hagmas, that's what we call it. Christmas, you got it, Hag. Hag, we just show you Osiris beating the hog. Happy beating the hog, not happy, it's happy, yeah, beating the hog, the baboon, Tahuti. Well, who's the baboon? Tahuti beating the hog, you understand? So, you know, instead of filling their head with Frosty the Snowman and Santa Fraud, you know, we fill their head with our African heroes, Shaka the Zulu, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun. All of our students know Akhenaten, all of them. Who? Queen and Zinga. All of our students know these characters. They have to draw them and paint them and even give us a little writing on them just to make sure that they are following up with the work. And I'm telling you, it is worth the little pennies that you would invest. Some of us pay more money to give the schools that we send our young people to. And they're not getting
even a quarter. Yeah, they may learn to count to 10, but we teach them that too. In the midst of the heavy information. And I'm telling you, we prepare it in a way that it definitely will be, you know, applicable to the children. Let me just give you a little bit more. Every column, before, you know, every...
we went through the whole tomb yesterday, so you can see.
Yes, definitely. And here you have...
Walking slowly. They were walking slowly. Like they were going, and then they made you look around.
Exactly, right. Now, yeah, exactly, they're walking slowly. Here you have, this is the husband of Nut. Interestingly, because now this may be Nut in another form, but I know Nut is in the sky here. And this is her husband. How do I know that this is her husband? Number one, Nut's husband name is Charlie.
Nope.
No? Or Wilfred.
Nope.
Wilfred is, no? What's Nut's husband's name?
Geb.
Geb. Nut's husband name is Geb. And this is Geb here.
Her brother.
Right. And they also call him Seb too. That's just the language. But how you know that it's Geb? You will notice that Geb has the goose on top of his head. Yes, that's it. It's goose. And you also see the double plume here, which is the Amun again, and the Anpun Anubis. And of course, these Horus-looking figures that have been mummified. So there's so much science going on here. This is so pretty up here.
Yeah, and the 4 women there too.
Oh yes, like they're in what do you call this? The Shen sort of thing, also known as a cartouche. But I'm telling you, the Nut on the heavens is really amazing, I must say. And as you said, we have the 2 Asar here. And of course, you have the whole pantheon of the deity up here, the gods. And I think next time we come in this temple, which would be for our next class, we would have to detail a lot of what we are looking at here. All right, we will leave it at that. As I said there, next time we come into the hall, next time we come into our classroom session, we will be highlighting that. All right, but for sure, as I said, we really came to highlight, of course, you know, in the next few days, it's all about fairy tale holidays and nursery crimes. Hey, listen, man, make sure you bring the children too, because our main mission is to touch the hearts and minds of the young ones. I mean, some of the old fogies, as they say, it's hard to bend old trees, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that is the reality of it. But for sure, Sunday, the 20th day of December, bring the children and come too. I will admit this is it's going to be a bit heavy. But the fact that they will be seeing characters that some of them are accustomed to, they will take the time to listen to hear what Uncle Priest Isaac really has to say about the characters. And let me just highlight to you, all of our students within our homeschool program, they have been, let's say, we have trained them to the point that they can take the esoteric reasonings and the esoteric conversations without any problem whatsoever. So make sure you bring them into the halls this Sunday, the 20th day of December. And of course, remember, you can utilize the Cash App. And I must repeat this, please, when you send the payment through the Cash App, just contact us and let us know. Whatever payment you send, you know, even if you decide to take one of our bundles, remember we have the bundles available for you, where you could get our 3 video documentaries, or you could get our 3 books, whichever one you choose, or you could get both bundles, and you will get a whole month's worth of the Shock of the Hour. Obviously, if you take the 2 bundles, you're going to get 2 months worth of the Shock of the Hour. And that also basically gives you, I would say, at least 2 lectures free, the one this month and whatever other month that you will be still be a part of the whole Shock of the Hour subscription team. I know there's a lot of things to keep in mind, but hey, man, we got a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? The African redemption is nigh. And remember, for sure, we still have that special on the homeschool. Let me give you a little more detail as it relates to that. The homeschool is $50 a month. And it's 10 months. That is why it's $500 for the year. So you could pay for the year. But again, for a limited time, you could get the whole year homeschool. I don't know which one of you that have children would back off of this.
you could get the whole year of homeschool. Every morning, your brother priest is dedicated to sending you another program via your email. You could bet your dollar or your last dollar that you're getting the homeschool program in your email, in your inbox, that you could put it before your child, your children. It could be a house of children. It could be Mother Hubbard with all the children in the shoe. It don't make a difference. Let them all sit around the computer. And of course, Uncle Priest Isaac will carry them to another level as it has to do with the Afrocentricity and understanding the cosmos. Because you see, we as big people, we're very selfish. We want all the knowledge for ourselves. How could you be filling your head with knowledge and you don't want the same knowledge to pass on to your children? I know people that eat healthy and tell me they cook 2 pots, one for them and one for the children. Oh, my children, they don't eat broccoli. I just cook what they want. They want mac and cheese. I just give them what they want, but I eat the asparagus. Now, does that sound correct to you? So it's not fair for you to be eating all the asparagus and giving your children mac and cheese. So in the same way that you go searching for information and knowledge, and Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, give your children some Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark too. But we have taken the Dr. Ben and the Dr. Clark, and we have morphed it into a package that the children will enjoy. So I would encourage you, don't wait until the years pass, to take the opportunity now that it's there, where you could get the whole year worth, semester really, for only $300. Believe me, it's more than worth it. And remember, the children also get our ebooks as well. Not these books you're seeing on the screen, but our children books, which has been designed for the classes that we give as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and all payments can be made via the Cash App. Give thanks for your presence with us. Give thanks for the love. It's an honor that we can share all of this information with you. Just continue to stay strong, and we are looking forward to seeing you on the 20th day of December in the webinar hall for the Fairy Tale, Folly Days, and Nursery Crimes. The online lecture, it's gonna be a massacre. You better believe it. Life giver. Holy Emmanuel I. Selassie I. Rastafari.